Logan is a 2017 Marvel movie that is directed and written by James Mangold. It stars Hugh Jackman as Logan, who's played the character in other X-Men films, Patrick Stewart as Charles Xavier, who has as well starred in previous X-Men movies, and Dane Keith as Laura. Logan takes place in the distant dark future of the X-Men Marvel universe, with our main character Logan, who was once known to be the Great Wolverine, trying to get a mutant that is very much like him to safety while running into trouble along the way. Going to see this movie back in 2017, I was really interested in what they would do. After seeing it, I was blown away with how different it was compared to most comic movies. This one just really stands out in particular when you think about them. The main character isn't your average protagonist. He is old and beaten down, alongside with his old friend, Charles, who can't control his powers as every day goes by. Usually in superhero movies, we see the hero healthy right off when it opens, and as it goes on, the character struggles throughout the movie. However, in this movie, we see Logan struggling from the start. He has trouble fighting and living in general. The last time we saw this character was in a mansion surrounded by people he loved and cared for.
Easy, pal.
Now he's in the middle of the desert with a disabled man.
I said becuase! The new quesalupa from Taco Bell! Get it with chicken!
Getting beat up.
Leave me in.
Having the police chase after him. And because he is trying to protect Laura while being forced into this.
How did you find me, huh? Because you're f***ing up my life, lady. The people after you, they're on my ass now.
I know you're still good inside. I know you want to help us.
You don't know anything about me.
Please, I promise. There will be no problems if we leave now.
I can't just leave to North Dakota.
We have to be there Friday.
Or what?
Or we miss our chance to cross. Please.
The government is trying to kill him as well. And this all happens in the first 40 minutes. Throughout the movie, we travel across the west of America with these characters and learn about how they feel about each other. They don't outright say how they feel about everybody else, but we see it through their action, how each person interacts with each other.
Lives of 7 mutants, including several of the...
Knock it off. I said knock it off.
She's a child, Logan. In point of fact, she's your...
How long has it been since you took your meds? Tell me, how long has it been?
I don't know. 2 days.
You saw what happened yesterday. If that had gone on any longer, everyone
I
that
did what I had to do to save Laura.
You didn't do anything. You just freaked out and had a f***ing seizure.
I guess you prefer me pharmaceutically castrated, rambling on like a lunatic. So much easier for you.
Easier, Jesus. There is nothing easy about you,
Yes,
pal. Nothing.
yes.
Laura tends to be very fascinated by the world and its wonders, showing childlike innocence. Charles finds this amusing, and we see this from the interactions between the two, while Logan doesn't seem to care at all.
This is a very famous picture, Laura. It's almost 100 years old. I first saw this picture at the Isolde Cinema in my hometown when I was your age.
Who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Charles has lived a life working with children who are gifted, while Logan, for most of his life, has dealt with the death of people he's loved as well as killing them. The movie very easily implements its dark and somber themes throughout the whole movie. It does have a few jokes in the movie to keep the audience engaged and delighted, but goes back to what the world really is.
Stop it, for God's sake. I can do this myself.
Yeah, well, you're not doing it. Just get on with it.
Not with you standing there.
Trust me, I'm not looking.
Now we're left with very few heroes, and one of them doesn't see himself as one.
You read these in your spare time? Oh, yeah, Charles, we got ourselves an X-Men fan. Maybe a quarter of it happened, and not like this. In the real world, people die, and no self-promoting in a leotard
Logan.
can stop it. This is ice cream for bedwetters.
Logan.
Your nurse has been feeding you some grade 8 bullshit.
I don't think Laura needs reminding of life's impermanence.
He becomes so caught up in that when he comes across one of the villains who is a clone of him, he's distraught. The clone kills people violently, shows no emotion, and does what he has to. Sound familiar? If anything, this movie can easily show the dark image of what one might see in themselves, although probably not in such a violent fashion.
What in how?
But what we feel like and we might be from our past and the conflict within us. This can also be a look at mental illness like depression or PTSD. When you have it, you fight back at the terrible times and let ourselves get defeated. Getting defeated leads to terrible consequences sometimes. The film does leave off with hope that if you try hard enough, you can fight these feelings and become the winner in the end, but only if you try. Logan is an amazing film that explores many great themes about what it means to be a human, redefines the superhero genre, while keeping itself engaging. I would recommend this movie to anybody who enjoys comic book movies and fans of film as well.